obviously because Colin had his business in Bournemouth as well, then obviously he got involved with the rink, and then Colin went in there and met it was John at the time, there was a manager or someone I think, went there and said, oh, could they play hockey, and they said yes. So it just started up there, and then Colin got it all going, brought the team. I mean, the problem was we were, that was the time that we were actually travelling to Bristol. You know, we were when Southampton closed, we travelled from Southampton on Tuesday nights to Bristol at 11 o'clock at night to train. And then he got in. I don't know. I can't tell you how that part happened, but the next thing I know, that Colin said, "Oh, we're all moving to Bournemouth," which everybody said, "Well, who all lived in Southampton, just great, over the moon sort of thing." You know, it was a perfect scenario really for us. Because
how much training was involved?
When we moved to Bournemouth, it was once a week. Only once a week. We played on a Saturday or a Sunday. In general, I think it was on a Saturday. So we only trained once a week. Again, like all ice rinks, it was sort of late evening, 10 o'clock-ish sort of thing time. So that's never changed. I don't think even in rinks now. I mean, you go to some of the modern rinks now, ice hockey training is usually 9 or 10 o'clock at night. Other than a couple of rinks which do a certain night, like Gosport do a Thursday night, where hockey training starts at 4 o'clock and finishes at 12 o'clock. But that includes the whole club, from the beginners, under 10s, under 12s, under 18s, under 21s, and seniors. So that's what happens on Thursday. But they're also fortunate enough that they have other nights during that week, but again at late night, where some of the other clubs train as well. So they might have 2 training sessions rather than 1.
How important was the ice hockey to the younger people and the people who played hockey in Bournemouth? How enthusiastic? How much did they get involved in it?
And there were, I think, 6 people that lived in Bournemouth, 6 guys that lived in around Bournemouth that got involved in hockey and took it up. But the spectator side of it was very good. I mean, there was always a good crowd there, and obviously because you had that little balconies and things like that where they could all go and sit up in, and it was always good. It was quite a good night out. You know, enjoyed it.
And what about the participation by the teams? How many teams did you end up with at Bournemouth?
We only had 1 team at Bournemouth. We had a younger under 16s, and then we had the Bournemouth Stags. I mean, that's basically how it worked. The under 16s would have included anybody, like if they were 14 or if they were possibly 17 or something like that. That was, they come in that category, if that's the right word. So that was it. So we had Bournemouth. Yeah, that was it. Bournemouth Stags was the team, and the other teams were within a junior league that was about at that time.
It was a period of time, we mentioned just a few minutes ago, it was a period of time when there was great enthusiasm for skating. John Curry, Torval and Dean, Robin Cousins, to name just a few. Did that help promote the ice skating generally for ice hockey? It
100% did promote ice skating, which then encouraged the kids to come to the ice rink to go skating, and those that wanted to take up hockey or learn about hockey, that's where it all originates from. If you get an input by somebody that's in the top of the range, Torval and Dean, Cousins and Curry, and then kids see that on the telly, they come to the ice rink. You know, we're going to try that, and then it's in the same area whereby you go there out of curiosity originally, and then the next thing you do is, hang on, I like this, I'm going to go every week. And then once you do it every week, you all of a sudden find out what's going on, figure skating, dancing, ice hockey or whatever, and that's where we originate from. Really, you got that that input at that time was very, very important.
You were responsible for quite a lot of the training going on at Bournemouth for the team. How big a job was that?
I think the beauty of it is I was very lucky because I've played for Great Britain and I've captained Great Britain and I've played in 2 World Championships in hockey and even as captain of the Great Britain team in the World Championships. My knowledge, because of that, my knowledge is better than a lot of other people's, and I don't mean that to be rude to anybody else. I had 9 years in Europe, and playing in Europe is like the next best thing into the NHL, if to be honest, because most of the players that come into Europe, the French Canadians, come from the NHL. So what I learned from that gave me a better input to teach younger players, and at the present moment I'm teaching inline hockey for kids under 16. But my knowledge is the important. I can't skate because my legs won't let me, but my knowledge of what to do encourages them. And there's, I don't know, I wouldn't like to say, I would say must be loads and loads of hockey players about now that I taught, and they're playing good hockey.